Chapter 4, 105, Spreading My Wings and Flying Away Today, Becoming an Immortal and Whipping the Phoenix on Another Day. Double chapter. Translator. Chibi General Editor. Chibi General. The light of glory of the immemorial era shone on the cocoon. Absorbing the glory of the immemorial era, the cocoon was undergoing a mystical change. Fang Yuan's body was shining in golden brilliance, swimming up against the flow of the torrential light stream. Facing the strong killer move of a rank 5 goo master, liquid metal goo's defense was starting to become useless. The golden protection was washed away by the light eventually. Especially the bone wings. It slowly revealed its original black color after being washed by the torrential light stream. In the grand waterfall of light, a lone body was flying with great difficulty while facing great pressure. Such a mystical sight naturally attracted many goo masters' attention. The battlefield slowly turned silent. Land Spirit assisted Fang Yuan fully. After the dogs lost their master, they scattered. All the goo masters stood on the spot, raising their heads and watching. In their hearts, they had one question. This scenario, I've obviously not seen it before, yet why do I find it so familiar? I remember now. Suddenly, someone shouted, "This scene was recorded in the Legends of Renzu. That's why it is so familiar." The #1 classic in the world, spread throughout the world widely. No one was unfamiliar with it. Getting such a reminder, many people realized at once. That's right, this was recorded in Renzu's 2nd chapter, 3rd section. I remember now, verdant great sun flapped his wings and bathed in the light of glory in order to refine fixed immortal travel goo, flying toward the sun. People recalled, laughing immediately. What is this person doing? Copying verdant great sun and disregarding his life? Haha, don't tell me he is thinking of refining fixed immortal travel goo. How is that possible? He has divine travel goo? Of course Fang Yuan had it. But divine travel goo was not enough. It was recorded in verdant great sun was afraid that divine travel goo would send him to dangerous places while he was drunk. Divine travel goo was ashamed because of this, thus directing him. Go up into the sky, and in the azure heaven among the 9 heavens, there is a bamboo forest. Inside the bamboo forest, pluck a jade bamboo that is jade sky in color. Next, go to blue heaven, and during the nighttime, collect the 8-sided diamonds inside the star fragments. Next, when it is dawn, fly into the sky and use the light of glory of the rising sun to turn me into fixed and immortal travel. Goo, once I become that goo, I will no longer send you to random places when you are drunk. Thus, Fang Yan needed the jade sky-colored jade bamboo from azure heaven and an 8-sided diamond star fragment from blue heaven. And also the light of glory of the immemorial era. Did he have these? Not at first. But after rebirth, he killed Long Qing Tian and obtained jade sky goo. This goo was rank 5 and originated from the immemorial era. It was like a dark green bamboo stem, palm size and hollow in the middle, giving off a texture of jade on the surface. This was the azure heavens jade bamboo. Described all sorts of goo. Immortal goo were described as they were, like wisdom goo and strength goo. Mortal goo were written more obscurely. The readers needed to look into them and research carefully. But the jade sky bamboo was not enough. He needed the 8-sided diamond star fragment. Did he have it? Of course not, but Binding Bing planted it on him. Indeed, the fixed star goo. This goo was a star fragment from the immemorial era, looking like a diamond with 8 sides. It was planted on Fang Yuan's left forearm, giving off starlight, able to project a half-transparent, eerie blue light from his arm. So now he had the jade sky bamboo and the 8-sided diamond star fragment, but to refine fixed immortal travel goo, Fang Yuan needed one final condition. That is what the land spirit mentioned, the light of glory of the immemorial era. Did Fang Yuan have this? From start to end, he had never obtained it. But Zhao Meng had it. Zhao Meng controlled an extreme light goo. This goo was obtained by robbing graves. It was an incomplete goo. It could only be used 3 times every month to unleash the light of glory. Once it exceeded 3 times, it would self-detonate. And torrential light stream was a killer move that, in some aspects, replicated the light of glory. Divine travel goo, jade sky goo, fixed star goo, as well as the light of the immemorial era, all the conditions were fulfilled. When Fang Yuan rebirthed and realized this, he discarded the second aperture goo in his heart, changing his objective to refining the fixed immortal travel goo. But it was impossible to convince the land spirit. The land spirit's obsession was to refine second aperture gumpers. Thus, Baining Bing, Ti Ruonan, and the righteous demonic factions became Fang Yuan's tools. He calculated meticulously in his heart, controlling the flow of events as he swayed them in his favor, causing this result. When the land spirit realized that no matter what, the second aperture goo would not be refined successfully, it would change its goal to protecting Fang Yuan, as that is the only way hope remains. The cocoon absorbed the sunlight, trembling slightly as the aura of an immortal goo leaked out uncontrollably. Everyone was flabbergasted. Such an aura! How is this possible? Tai Ruonan, Baining Bing, and the others were staring with their eyes popping out. He is refining goo. He is really refining an immortal goo? Who is he? Is he the reincarnation of Verdant Great Sun? Yi Huo, Yi Chong, and the others were staring with their jaws dropping. Fixed immortal travel. Is he really refining fixed immortal travel goo? To think that I, Feng Tianyu, would get to see the birth of an immortal goo. This refinement master kneeled on the ground emotionally, tears overflowing on his face. In the blessed land, the few remaining hairy men all kneeled down. This moment, they were idolizing this person refining an immortal goo. Unbelievable. An event of the immemorial era was unfolding before them. An unimaginable grandness and beauty caused many goo masters' bodies to shook. Was it excitement, fear, or both? At once, Fang Yuan's figure was the center of everyone's attention. No matter how glaring the torrential light stream was, everyone's eyes were wide open, staring without blinking. The immortal goo's aura became more intense, but at this crucial moment, something happened. Trying to use my power to refine an immortal goo? Xiao Meng was no fool. After realizing this, he immediately stopped his killer move. The torrential light stream ended. Everyone gasped loudly. No! Feng Tianyu screamed, his heart pained as he showed grief and despair. In his vision, the torrential light stream was like a cut ribbon, flowing down weakly. With just 3 breaths' time, the goo master in the light waterfall would be freed. Such a short time was not enough to birth an immortal goo. But why would Fang Yuan not anticipate this? Third watch goo, third watch goo. He activated 2/3 watch goo, targeting the cocoon. At once, time accelerated by 9 times as the immortal goo's aura surged. He used 2 time path goo worms to accelerate time. Feng Tianyu got up like he was jolted with lightning, his eyes glowing as his face turned red. There was still hope. But immediately his red face turned pale as Feng Tianyu plopped on the ground with a dejected expression, crying, "It is useless. The acceleration is only a temporary measure. If the immortal goo is created too quickly, it will not be able to stabilize its aura and will be destroyed through self-detonation." But was Fang Yuan ignorant about this? He took out a goo worm. This goo had in plain appearance like a gray stone disc. In his previous life, he obtained it from Feng Tianyu. This time, he got it from killer ghost doctor Choju. What goo? Undefeated 100 battles. Undefeated 100 battles goo. Rank 5 expenditure goo. Once used, it allowed a goo master's refinement to succeed for sure. The next moment, Feng Tianyu was stunned, grabbing his head and screaming in great joy, "How can this be?" Because he felt the immortal goo's aura stabilizing like a miracle. The cocoon broke open, and a green butterfly flew out, fixed immortal travel goo. It truly is an immortal goo, beautiful beyond words. Who in the world is he? He actually refined an immortal goo? At once, everyone's hearts were pounding. Regardless of whether they were aware or unaware of the circumstances, they were speechless and shocked to their limits. Xiao Meng was stupefied. Mo Wuqian was in a daze. Is this the reenactment of a legend? What era am I living in? Fang Yuan flew out of the light waterfall as fixed immortal travel flew around him. Each time it flapped its wings, green light flickered like pollen. It was a beautiful sight. Of course, Fang Yuan paid a huge price. A rank 5 killer move was not a joke. Liquid metal goo died. Golden aurora goo and the others were greatly damaged. The black wings on his back were torn and tattered. As the liquid metal faded, Fang Yuan's identity was revealed. At once, a commotion burst out. Who is he? Mo Wutian's pupils shrunk. It's him, little beast king. Hu Mei'er and Li Shen were shocked. It's him! Yi Huo's eyes were popping out. It is actually him? Zhao Huang and Meng Tu looked at each other, trembling, feeling each other's shock after fear and joy. They had the guts to assassinate such a strong foe? A man who can refine an immortal goo? Fang Yuan, Bai Ningbing, Ti Ruonan, and the others who knew the situation witnessed this miracle with their own eyes, watching like a still statue. Hundreds of thousands of years ago, during the immemorial era, Verdant Great Sun flapped his wings, refining and fixed immortal travel goo. But now Fang Yuan was doing the same, using his mortal body to accomplish such a grand feat under everyone's observation. Once this matter spread, his name would be renowned throughout the continent, shocking the whole southern border. You really succeeded in refining fixed immortal travel goo. Incredible. As expected of a future goo immortal, Fang Yuan could hear land spirits praise and sigh. Fang Yuan laughed heartily. Fixed immortal travel goo can allow a goo master to roam the world, going anywhere he wanted. But it is still an immortal goo. Your help is needed to activate it using immortal essence. Ba Gui. Of course, there is still some immortal essence left in the cauldron. Recall in your mind where you want to go. You should choose a safe place. Remember, the image in your head has to be the same as the real place. There cannot be too big of a difference. I understand that. Ba Gui sighed, speaking wholeheartedly. Using the fixed immortal travel would allow you to escape this predicament. But without immortal essence, the blessed land will be destroyed immediately. Death is a relief for me. I just wish you would succeed in refining second aperture goo in the future, and do not waste this opportunity. Before we part, do you have anything to say to me? Fang Yuan opened his mouth, but no words came out. He moved his tattered black wings, flying in the sky and looking around. The torn bronze hall, the mound battlefield overflowing with blood, and the ruined goo immortal blessed land. Goodbye, Bai Ningbing. Goodbye, Ti Ruonan. Goodbye, southern border. The land spirit did not know that Fang Yuan was about to take an even greater risk. But life was a gamble. If one did not gamble when they had the chance, when would they succeed? If man did not have aspirations as grand as heaven, they would be letting down their 8-feet body. 1. Thinking like this, Fang Yuan felt great ambition and aspiration, his heart boiling with anticipation. Standing before everyone, he felt an urge and expressed it as a poem. The people present heard him recite, Since ancient times, land immortal passed with the wind. Today, 3 kings return to eternal slumber. Who would not experience failure? Verdant's son died regretfully. Start over again and proclaim oneself as king. The carp swims up the heavenly waterfall, traveling alone in the desolate lands and defying heaven. Spreading my wings and flying away today, becoming an immortal and whipping the phoenix on another day. As he said so, Fang Yuan laughed loudly. Everyone was speechless. Only the land spirit shouted, Grand aspirations, I will send you on your journey. Immortal essence entered the fixed immortal travel goo, and jade light flashed as Fang Yuan vanished from the air. Only his clothes were left, floating in the air like a kite with its strings cut. He vanished. He used the fixed immortal travel goo. I wonder where he went. Ah, why is heaven and earth shaking? Everyone was stunned. At this time, intense winds blew as mountains broke. The world was collapsing. Loopholes after loopholes were formed, connecting to the outside world. Damn it, Escape quickly. The blessed land is collapsing. The winds of assimilation is coming. If we do not escape now, we will die. I do not want to die. The experts were frightened and shocked, frantically escaping as Sensha Mountain went into chaos once again. Central Continent, TNT Mountain. In Hu Immortal Blessed Land, on Donghun Mountain, the battle for Hu Immortal Blessed Land was reaching its end. Fang Zhang, hang in there. Victory is within reach, Lord Sky Crane encouraged. The skin on Fang Zhang's arms and legs were torn as blood flowed down. He surpassed Ying Shangji, Xiao Qi Xing. His body was numb from pain, and his brain was unable to think. There was only Donghun Mountain left in his mind. Being the first to ascend, he only had one thought left in his mind. I am the great Feng Jin Huang. How can I lose here? I have never lost since I was born. This time is no exception. Come out, dream wings! Feng Jin Huang shouted, and a beautiful pair of wings grew from her shoulders. This pair of wings was extremely elegant and beautiful. All sorts of lights shone on it. It was dazzling and alluring. With just one flap, Feng Jin Huang ascended easily. What? This is the legendary immortal Gu Dream Wings. The 9 Gu immortals were shocked. Most immortal Gu could only be used with immortal essence. But Dream's wings were different. It used the Gu Master's spirit and soul instead. Feng Jin Huang was only immortal. Activating the Dream Wings forcefully would cause severe damage to her soul, amnesia at best, becoming retarded at worst. But Feng Jin Huang was competitive. She wanted victory, willing to pay any price. Under Fang Zhang's stunned gaze, she overtook him, taking back her head. The dream wings were folded back as Feng Jin Huang stood at the side of the cliff. Breathing heavily, she felt a strong dizziness from the depths of her soul, almost causing her to faint. She reached her limits. Forcefully activating an immortal Gu, it was not easy for Feng Jin Huang to reach this step. I actually lost. Fang Zhang stared with wide-open eyes, dejected and upset. Feng Jin Huang's arms were already at the edge of the peak. She was one step away. I am about to win. At this moment, Feng Jin Huang forced herself to raise her head, using the last bit of strength she had. Her eyes were glowing like amber. Her beautiful appearance and her snow-white long neck was shining like jade in the blessed land's pink light. She was like a young phoenix, expanding its wings for the first time. Brilliant and glorious. At once, even Gu immortals were dazed. Fang Zhang raised his head to look at her, as Hu immortal land spirits stared at her in a daze. Everyone was waiting for Feng Jin Huang's victory. Feng Jin Huang did not let everyone down. She bit her lips, placing her arms at the edge of the cliff. Next, she used her remaining strength to drag her body up as well. But at this moment, swoosh! Jade light flashed, and a man appeared on the mountain peak. This man was completely naked. His left forearm had a hole as blood flowed out of it. His youthful body was strong and muscular, giving off the aura of a veteran expert who had undergone countless battles. Brother! Fang Zhang was shocked, slipping and falling down the cliff. The 10 Gu immortals were shocked. Who is this naked man? Feng Jin Huang raised her snow-white neck, looking at Fang Yuan from his feet, stunned and watching with her eyes wide open like a statue. Fang Yuan's body was muscular. The giant monster on his lower body entered Feng Jin Huang's vision without any doubt. I really came here? Tusk, fixed immortal travel Gu, has such a weakness. It cannot transport clothes along with me. But thankfully I placed my Gu worms inside my aperture and brought them along. Fang Yuan looked around, realizing his situation. Eh? Isn't this person below me Feng Jin Huang? It seems gave an accurate time. He was a step before her. This competition did not ban immortal Gu worms. According to the rules, he was Hu Immortal Blessed Land's owner. I succeeded. All my risks paid off. So what if I failed to refine second aperture Gu? Now I have something better, the entire Hu Immortal Blessed Land and fixed immortal travel Gu. Ha 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 ha. Fang Yuan laughed crazily in his heart. Unfortunately, she has the immortal goo dream wings. I can't kill her yet. Fang Yuan looked at Feng Jin Huang regretfully before raising his right foot. Under the Tengu Immortal's supervision, his right foot landed on Feng Jin Huang's face, as a jade-like feeling could be felt on his feet. Scram! Fang Yuan pushed and kicked the weak and dazed Feng Jin Huang down. Feng Jin Huang was already out of strength. How could she resist Fang Yuan's kick? She immediately descended. Fang Yuan turned around, facing the land spirit. Little Hu Immortal, aren't you calling me you master? Ma, master! The little girl stared at Fang Yuan, shocked. After she reacted, she used her small, tender hands to cover her large, crystal-clear eyes. Next, she lowered her head, her face red with shame as she stomped her foot, shaking her head, saying meekly, Master, aren't you shameful? You are so old already. Quickly wear some clothes.